got room.
Rudy Barrick Gym here in Carneys Point, New Jersey. The site is Penns Grove High School for the Red Devil Classic. I'm Damian Waiters on the play-by-play today with my color commentator, Dan Wilkins. I'm sorry, this is a little bit weird for me, Dan.
We're switching roles today, Dame.
Switching roles, and happy to be here between these two teams. It's the Winslow Eagles making their trip all the way from Atco, New Jersey, against the Deptford Spartans. It's a good contest here between these two teams, both playing, I believe it's Group 3 basketball. Winslow does play in Group 4, but both playing Group 3 basketball. We'll start with Winslow first. Head coach for the Winslow Eagles is
Art Ellis.
Winslow posted an 18-11 overall season in 2024-2025. They went 5-3 in the Olympic Patriot Division under, obviously, head coach Art Ellis. They made it to the playoffs last year as a 6th seed, lost to Timber Creek in the South Group 3 semifinal. And they've already had a game so far. So they're opening this game already with some 2025, 2026 basketball experience under their belt. They played a home game against Camden where they lost 82-53. Nikir Houghton is there's a big headline for the Winslow Eagles, obviously on the football court, but also on the basketball court, the football field, but on the basketball court as well. Nikir, the four-year senior on this basketball team, but also three-star wide receiver committed to Bill Belichick and the UNC Tar Heels down there in Chapel Hill. He's doing most of his damage. Obviously, has been done on the football field, but he's obviously a basketball competitor as well. He has 354 points, 129 rebounds, and 70 assists so far in his basketball career. But someone I really wanted to headline was Karan Caesar. He's a junior so far. He's a junior here at Penns Grove. Junior here at Winslow, transfer from Penns Grove. Last year for the Red Devils as a sophomore. He was their main scorer with over 250 points scored and over 150 rebounds for Penns Grove. I mean, Dan, what do you hope to see here today from these two teams?
Well, I like the fact that you mentioned Karan Caesar playing on his home court for the first time since transferring to Winslow for Coach Bill Belton and his football team that, of course, went undefeated, but they won the Group 4 state championship over Ramapo in football. But one of the things I'll talk about with Deptford is they are a resilient team who likes to shoot a lot of threes, and they do like to box out a lot. They had 548 rebounds as a team last year. And again, most of their players returned from last year. The only player that wasn't was their leading scorer, Aiden Cope-Stick. He was great. But they still do have Jordan Williams, who put up 385 points last year. They still have Kenny Cockrell, who is a monster on the basketball court and on the soccer pitch as well. Even for these bigger schools, we're seeing a handful of multi-sport athletes. And honestly, for these two teams, first game of the year for Deptford, second game of the year for Winslow, still very early in the season. It should be a fun showcase tonight.
Yes, absolutely. Deptford head coach Mike Villari, 11-15 overall in the 2024-2025 campaign for the Spartans, 4-6 in Tri-County Conference Liberty Division play. Like you mentioned, guard Jordan Williams, 385 points. He possibly could be not only the main scorer for the Spartans today, but the main scorer for the Spartans this season. Also, Luke Valeri went pretty much 3-point crazy. Had 84 threes for the Spartans last year. I won't be surprised to see a lot of 3-point attempts from Valeri today. This is gonna be a pretty big game for Deptford. We do have Cumberland in the building. I was hearing that they're staying to kind of scout Deptford a little bit to see what the competition that they have this year. They play Deptford down the stretch, but this is going to be a pretty big game for the Spartans. Looking to get this Winslow team is very hard. I saw a lot of their game against Camden. They played Camden very close, especially in the first half. They're hard on the basket they're hard on the boards. When they get really close to the basket, it's very, very easy for them to score. They go up very, very strong, and this will be a good one.
Winslow taking their time definitely on this first possession.
The turnover, and it'll go instantly to Deptford. Inbounding was Cockrell, and around with the ball right now is Oreo. They're at the top of the key, swing over to Valari, out of bounds. Possession will stay with Deptford.
They very well could be playing sideline to sideline here. Just a lot of back and forth in this first possession.
Pass on the near side, that's the Cockrell. Cockrell has it stolen away. That was number 3. Quickly up to Helton is Winslow. Helton, mid-range, no good. Rebound Winslow, and they'll call a foul on the floor, and this will be rebounded. This will be inbounded under the basket. That was Winslow's number 10, Emmanuel Harris, was fouled right there. So Winslow will inbound it under the basket. Looks like they'll run some type of a little bit of a broken box play. Love to see these inbounds under the basket. Swing out. 3-point basket's no good. Tipped up, rebounded by Deptford. Cockrell slips. He's on the ground. Can't get up. That'll be a travel. So he swings it to Valeri. Valeri bringing it up. Pass down inside. That one falls away. Harris with the steal. Harris looking up to Helton. Helton is knocked over, and that'll be a foul.
Yeah, no points in the first minute of play. I mean, that's pretty much the epitome of Olympic Conference basketball. We're seeing that shine on Winslow here. A lot of heavy defense. They're forcing Deptford to be in uncomfortable situations, and right now it's showing that Winslow is having the upper hand on that defensive side.
Yeah, absolutely. And Winslow's gonna work very, very fast. Winslow going to work very, very fast on both sides of the ball, but definitely on the defensive side of the ball, they're going to work very quick. Before Karan Senior, Helton, it's Harris in the corner. Top of the key is, Helton. It's another swing to Harris. Top of the key, Caesar. Helton on the near wing. It's Jameer Keys on the other wing. 3-point basket. Nikir Helton is good. First points of the day. Star basketball player here for Winslow and 3-star commit Nikir Helton putting the Eagles on the board.
I'll tell you, Bill Belichick would use him in Chapel Hill, but I'm sure that North Carolina's coaching staff would love to have him on the gridiron as well. Or, excuse me, on the court as well.
Absolutely.
Great shot there, Nikir Helton.
Helton with the 3 points. This one is being that was
got a push.
Luke Valaria on the dribble drive. Swung it out to Oreo, but a push call against Winslow, so Deptford will inbound. Cockrell on the inbound under the basket. Tries to give it up straight to Jordan Williams. That no good on the layup. Winslow tried to go quick, and it's a quick steal on the other half. Oreo being guarded by Caesar. Swing on the far side to Cockrell. Cockrell guarded by Helton, looking for some room. Cockrell decided to take it himself. Helton be able to alter that shot. That was a good jump on the defense. Helton, and the give to Caesar. Caesar, jump stop. And it'll be a foul called on number 2. That's Jordan Williams.
Well, you can see Deptford tried to set up a charge that time. Didn't have his feet set and ended up just falling to the floor with no whistle whatsoever. And in that situation right there, I mean, Winslow is certainly setting the stage to go up for a decent run here versus Deptford. Got the 3 from Nikir Helton. I love the fact that they're passing kind of around the world, around that 3-point arc, and they're really making some efficient moves out there, even for what is a low-scoring first quarter so far.
Keys with a 3-point basket. 3 points, no good. I'm sorry, 4 is Marcus White. Number 3 is Karan Caesar. So that's White at the top of the key. The give on the far side, that's Helton. Here's another 3-pointer, no good. Keys tried to rebound it. Keys and Cockrell fighting for the ball, and they'll give it to Deptford. Cockrell able to dribble it right off of Keys' shin right there, and it'll be Deptford on the possession. Inbound to Oreo being guarded by White. White giving a little bit of chase right there, but able to tip it away. White, his steal, pass up to Harris, and the 2-point basket is good. That's the big man for Winslow, Emmanuel Harris. It's a 5-point lead now for Deptford. 5-point lead for Winslow, and that's Jameer Keys on the defensive side, guarding Cockrell, able to force the turnover. on the backcourt. You know, calls like that can always go either way for calls like that can always go either way, especially in backcourt. You know, sometimes it can be called a blocking foul. You're not letting the basketball player do basketball moves to, you know, advance the ball across half court, but sometimes it's just good defense. So it'll be Winslow on the rebound. That's Caesar. Inbound to Helton. Helton being guarded by Valeri, top of the key. Helton trying to direct his offense. So Winslow will set up something. That's Keys. Screen down. Keys try to go for the layup, and the layup is good. Winslow's new man into the game is number 15, Namir Tucker. So it's now 7-0 lead here for the Eagles over the Spartans. Cockrell pass to Oriole. Oriole dumped down low to number 5.
We got a goaltend.
Call a goal. That's a goaltend basket. So they say that the ball was already on the way down before it was blocked. So Deptford will get that 2 points. 2 points will be awarded there to number 5, Antoine Sims.
Well, as well on that, in that situation, it was on the way down, but he interfered with it because he basically just tilted the rim as it was going down. So easy call there.
7-2 now, Winslow over Deptford, and an illegal screen there by Namir Tucker will give Deptford the possession.
Personal foul, number 15, Namir Keys. Correction.
Yeah, just a handful of mistakes here so far. I mean, it's not bad by any means. Of course, Winslow, as you mentioned, held their own versus Camden. That's not easy to do.
No, not at
all. So Deptford is definitely a different beast for Winslow to carry, but right now doing pretty well for the Eagles.
Cockrell has his pass batted away by Tucker. He'll try to throw another sidearm pass. This time it's in the middle to Valari. Shot for by Valari's no good. Rebound that time, number 30, Naeem Water. Water to Helton. Helton up the court to Keys. And Winslow will try to dribble it out and set something up. Tucker with the screen. Keys, a three-point basket. Bank shot is no good. Rebounded Valari. Valari the other way. Weaving and directing to traffic. Try to do a spin move. Had the ball poked away. Picked it back up. Cockrell guarded by Water. Passed it to Valari. Three-point shot no good. Rebounded Helton. Helton up the court to Caesar. Caesar 2-on-1. Gives it to Keys. Keys layup is good.
Keys 4 points off the bench. Love that move there. Burned out all of the Deptford defenders and gave himself an easy lane to the basket.
Yeah, 4 points here for Keys, and he's also, other than like I said, Nikir Helton and Karan Caesar, who started today for Winslow, who also be a big spot as Kenny Cockrell takes a three off the mark. It's rebounded by Caesar, and he'll give behind him to Helton just a little bit too fast. Tipped up still in the game, and that was a great assist right there from the ground. Let me see who that was. That was number 5, Antoine Sims on the ground, and and from his seated position gave it up to Valeri, and that was a 2-point basket. Now 9-4 Winslow. Pass up in the middle to Water. Water bounce pass to Helton, and that was a great look there. Able to keep his pivot foot was number 30, Naeem Water, and the bounce pass to Nikir Helton, number 1, and Winslow now leads 11-4.
Well, I'll tell you, Deptford loves attempting the three-point basket, but their best moves and their best chances to score are when they're in the lane.
Yes, absolutely. That was a great block there, but I believe that was number 3, Karan Caesar. And a timeout. Deptford. Timeout charged to Deptford. So Winslow working early on the boards today, and this will pretty much be a really good start for Winslow. Deptford's really going to need to get back into this one, but we will be right back after this commercial.
Our company aims to help athletes develop their
Back here at the Red Devil Classic, it's 11 for Winslow, 4 for Deptford here at Penns Grove High School. Deptford had the inbound, and it'll be a foul call against Winslow. Foul is on, yeah, that was number 12, Jameer Keys on that foul, so Deptford will inbound once again. It was Cockrell tried to inbound it that time to Deptford's number 20. It's Mike Jankowski. Tried to inbound it to Jankowski, but nowhere to go. He was pretty doubled up, and but it was off Winslow, so Deptford will get the inbound once again. This time just a little bit under the basket. And Cockrell will have a pretty good position, but he gets it into Sims. Sims to Jankowski. Cockrell back top of the key. Bounce pass to Sims. Rebound. Oh, layup is no good. Just in and out there for number 5, Antoine Sims, and the rebound went to Tucker. And now Winslow will be on the other side with the possession. It's Caesar. Tucker in the corner. Right side wing is Keys. Keys will take another 3. And that'll be on the shot. So number 12, Jameer Keys, I believe, this will be 3 free throw shots.
Well, I'll tell you, he got fouled by Mike Jankowski. He is a freshman starting as the center for Deptford, and that's one thing that, again, when you're a freshman, this is your first game of the year, he's playing his first varsity game. Obviously, you know what to do and what not to do, but he's going to learn with time how to contest those threes properly and to avoid a situation like that where he'll give up a 3-point play.
So Jameer Keys, number 12, 3 free throws for him. Made the first one. Second one is good. And the last 5 head-to-head matchups for these teams was last time they played was 2023, about December 28, 2023. Deptford won that game. It was a close one, 36-30. But before that, they had played every year from 2015 to 2012 going back, and Winslow had won all those matchups. And all 3 free throws by Keys are good. It's now a 10-point lead for Winslow. And the inbound went to Oreo from Cockrell. Oreo being very, very closely guarded today by number 1 of Winslow's, Nikir Helton. Oreo to give on the near side to Cockrell. He'll try to lay it up himself. Rebound Jankowski. Jankowski's putback is no good. Rebound that time Caesar. And now up the court now is Winslow.
Wide open.
Taking a 3 that time for Winslow is number 2, that's Jakala Moore.
Oh, hard block.
What a block that time for Winslow, but Deptford able to get the rebound, and Sims' pass to Cockrell is good. It's now a 14-6 game, Winslow over Deptford. Bringing the ball up is Winslow's number 1, Nikir Helton, being guarded by Deptford's number 1, Luke Villari. Give to number 2, Moore. Keys on the fadeaway shot is good.
How about Keys, man? 9 points off the bench so far in the first quarter.
Wow. Oh, coming off the bench, I mean, Jameer Keys. And then what a layup on the other side. Number 12, Brian Oreo. And now on the 2 quick baskets for both teams. Winslow on the other side now. Moore looking to set something up. He'll give it to his partner guard, that's Helton. Helton will swing it back to Moore, being guarded by Sims, being closely guarded by Sims, and now the 5 seconds are starting to go, so he's got to go. Tried to give an entry pass to Helton, and that's just a little bit too much sauce.
Well, Deptford's laying the mold right now. They forced Winslow in a couple of bad situations there, and while they're not out of this game at any means, but they're down 8 points.
Yes.
And Deptford right now is trying to form the mold for how they can force Winslow into making a mistake or into making a turnover. Anything that can force Winslow into a bad situation, Deptford wants to experiment with that here early.
Checking into the game, Deptford's number 13, Brian Tall. Oreo has a good move, and he will be, looks like this will be on the shot.
Got to be a shooting foul here.
Yeah, he got him on the arm, so this will be a shooting foul. Number 12, Brian Oreo, will go to the line for 2 free throws. That was a good dribble drive there by number 12, Brian Oreo. Let's see if he's able to get these free throws. The first one is good. into the game is Deptford's number 11. That is Shafiq Desar. Desar checking into forward. Both free throws by Oreo is good. Rebound is Caesar, but it's stolen by Oreo. His two-point shot is no good. Rebounded by White. And that'll be the end of the first quarter with the score. Winslow 16, Deptford 10. And Deptford has made a very, very good run to be able to get back into this one, only down 6 points at the end of it. Back here at the Rudy Barg Gym, it's Deptford down 6 against Winslow, but Deptford has the ball to start the second quarter. And Deptford looking for a great possession. Winslow has backed into their 2-3 zone, so we'll see what Deptford does. Williams on the drive, tried to give it to Tall, but he was being closely guarded, and a foul will be called. And this foul is against Winslow. It'll go against number 10, Emmanuel Harris, for the Eagles, and the Spartans, Brian Toll, will inbound. Deptford really looking to set something up. It's another inbound pass right to the entry, and this layup by Williams is good. So now only a full-point deficit now for Deptford under Winslow, but Winslow quickly on the other side. Number 12, Jameer Keys with a beautiful, just able to rise up on the mid-range.
Well, today might be the day of the bench warmers. We saw Pat Crawford in the first game, 16 points off the bench, and Keys now with 11.
Number 13, Brian Tall, with a beautiful three-point shot. Deptford really looking to come back here in the second quarter, only down 3 points, 18-15.
That was a great pull-up there by Toll, and, well, I'll tell you, I mean, Deptford was down by 10 points at one point in the first quarter. They have really turned things around and have now given Winslow a one-possession game here in the second.
Harris on the wing, able to give Janikowski a move, tried to dunk it, and just lost it on the control up top. Number 13 is Bryce Toll. I'm seeing Brian and Bryce, Dan. I'm kind of getting confused on the handwriting on that scorebook. But number 13 is Bryce Toll for the Spartans. Inbound, Winslow gives it to Harris on the right wing, and he'll try to get it to a guard. Keys give to White. White being guarded by Williams, closely guarded, and he'll try to set something up for Winslow. Jameer Keys on, and he'll be, I guess, I'm not sure what that call was, Dan. 6:30 left to play, but it's 10
block.
It's 10 White on the block. So Deptford will, so a lot of early mistakes here for Winslow, and Deptford will get yet another inbound possession and get a chance to tie this game. Inbound by number 13, Bryce Toll, to number 12 of the Spartans, Brian Oreo. Oreo's give to Valari, and the entry pass to number 2, Jordan Williams, backing down. Layup is no good. Rebounded by Winslow, and stolen by Williams. Able to go up and get that two-point basket, or able to go get that two-point foul. And he'll have 2 free throws. He'll have 2 free throws at the line. He was listed as a guard on, he was listed as a guard on NJ.com, but he really plays as a big.
Yeah, more or less. I mean, like we said, Jordan Williams, second leading scorer on the team last year for Deptford, was just behind Aiden Copestick, who was the biggest scorer to graduate for Deptford. Was such a fun player to watch. And this Deptford team is a fun team to watch for more or less because they're aggressive. They're aggressive when they shoot from three. They're aggressive when they're inside. They can do anything that they want to try to coerce this defense. And right now, after being down by double digits, it's working for the Spartans.
Both free throws by Williams are good. Winslow on the inbound. As White on the dribble handoff to number 12, Jameer Keys. Winslow's new player as Keys giving a lot of elbow, and I think they will call an offensive foul against number 12, Jameer Keys.
Well, that might be the first big mistake Keys has made tonight.
No.
And it might be the biggest one yet.
Yeah, absolutely. On the floor playing centered, who is checked into the game. A steal by Winslow, and a give Helton on the give to Caesar. Rebounded. That's number 21, Vince Nyamney. Shot is up. A good count the basket. Nyamney will get another free throw. Just what a way to fly in and get that rebound and just get that putback right there.
Yeah, fantastic three-point play opportunity right there. Winslow taking advantage of the steal after, again, the offensive foul by Keys. That was a big mistake, and now that gets turned around into an opportunity to really give Winslow a little bit of their groove back because they've been playing in a frustrated manner ever since the midway through the first quarter.
Free throw is no good. Rebounded by number 1 for Deptford, Luke Villari, and that is a beautiful layup by number 1, Luke Villari.
Really well contested that time. That was a fantastic shot.
Yes, it was. And now only a 1-point deficit for Deptford. Nyamney with a little bit of move, dribble drive, and the clean, easy layup is good for number 21, Vince Nyamney. Very, very fast-paced basketball for both teams. 22-19 Winslow over Deptford. Just over 5 minutes left to play here in the first half. Brian Oreo with the basketball. Give to Jankowski. He'll give it back to Oreo, being guarded by White. On the left side screen is Williams. Going through it is White. Give to Cockrell. Cockrell, entry pass to Williams. Shot is up and good.
Smooth as butter that time. Loved that pass from Cockrell. Was kind of a flailing pass. Made it work. Got it to Williams and was able to get the easy basket. Not an easy basket, but Williams, almost any basket's easy for number 2.
Yes, absolutely, playing very big. Vince Nyamney on the 3, just off the mark, out, falling off the rim. Up on the other side, the entry pass was stolen away. Almost was a kick ball. Helkins pass up the court to Nyamney is stolen away by Williams, and a lot of back and forth basketball here. Williams getting into the lane. Winslow wanted a charge call for Helton. Got the no call, but the layup was off the mark. And Keys on the other side. That's blocked by Jankowski. Rebound to Oreo. Oreo on the other side. He'll time to take it himself. This one is up and good. Number 12, Brian Oreo, 2 points. And that is Deptford with the lead. 3:54 left to go in the first half. And the defense of Brian Oreo, the defense down low of Jordan Williams, and able to just run in transition. And now Deptford with a 1-point lead.
Well, I'll tell you, 10-point deficit in the first quarter. Deptford comes back, takes the lead versus a feisty Winslow team. This is a fantastic showcase here. And, of course, you said these two teams haven't played since 2023. Just great stuff from Deptford. I love their aggressiveness. They tried the aggressiveness early in the game, and it looked like Winslow was just snuffing it out.
Absolutely.
They had everything going. They had all these blocks coming in. But then Deptford finally found some kind of gap, some kind of hole, and Deptford was able to fill it. They were able to get Williams for some really tough shots. Cockrell's been doing great with the passing. But what I'll tell you, it's been even scoring across the board. Nobody's got more than 6 for Deptford here in the early going, with Williams and Oreo both with 6 each. Great first half here in Pennsgrove.
Yeah, team's doing a very, very great job, Dan, of sharing the ball, sharing. Everybody gets a piece of cake. Everybody gets a piece of the pie, who wants to score. But like you said, Dan, early in the first quarter, I remember you mentioning, Deptford being a heavy three-point scoring team. If they want to be able to get out and be competitive in this game and be able to even tie and go up like they have, they need to be able to get into the lane, and that's exactly what they've done. This time, nearly picked off by Deptford, but Keys able to get it up to Helton. Helton's 2-point layup is good, so Winslow back into the lead, 24-21, 3:42 left to go before halftime. A lot of good dribble by Oreo. The kick out to Valeri is good. And like I said, that's their 3-point leader from last season, number 1, Luke Valeri. And Deptford back with the lead just that quick, 26-24. Up the court is White. White being guarded by number Sims for the Spartans. That's number 5 for the Spartan, Antoine Sims. Give to Niamni. Niamni will take a bank shot mid-range over Jankowski, and that's good. We're back tied up to 26-26. And moving very fastly here in Kearney's Point. Layup by Valari's no good. Tried to jump for his Jankowski. His putback is just a little bit short, and rebounded is Helton. 26-26, just under 3 minutes to play. Niamni not afraid to shoot, and he'll let another one go. It's just a little bit short, rebounded by Cockrell, and that'll be a blocking foul for number 12, Jameer Keys.
Well, I will tell you, Winslow's been the one thing they've been taking advantage of in this game is they've been taking advantage of that freshman center, Jankowski, for Deptford, because they understand he's a freshman. They probably did a little bit of scouting on him, whatever you will, but right now, I mean, that's where their most open looks are coming. They're coming from a missed coverage on the center. And we've got a bonus here. Deptford's going to have the bonus.
Yeah, Deptford, five fouls.
You blink and you miss it.
Yeah, yes, you do. 5 fouls, and that's 5 fouls in the half?
No, quarter.
It's 5 fouls in the quarter. I'm sorry, I'm so used to the 7 fouls.
Yeah, no.
Since the rule change, I've been a little bit confused. But 5 fouls in the quarter, and you're instantly into the bonus instead of the 7 it used to be.
I don't blame you, because men's college basketball is the only type of basketball that does that. I don't know how they do it in Europe or Asia or whatever, but I mean, women's college basketball plays in quarters. The pros play in quarters. The men are the only one that play in halves. So I don't blame you there.
Only one free throw made for Cockrell. The rebound was to Harris. And now Moore with the ball being guarded by Cockrell. Cockrell's free throw gives Deptford the 1-point lead, 27-26. 2:30 left to go before halftime. Closely guarded is Moore. Just able to get it off to Warder. Warder being guarded by Oreo, and he'll try to give the behind pass to Helton. Helton having a really interesting time trying to get his offense into shape, but Helton will just take it himself. It's a 2-point shot, rebounded by Warder. Warder will try to go up with himself, and that's a foul. Number 30, Naeem Warder. A little bit of stout build here for Winslow. Be able to work really, really good on those boards in the minutes that he's had so far here in the first half.
Yeah, it looked like back at the half-court line, it looked like there was a bit of a missed exchange there with Waters, and Helton just tried to get the ball off, didn't get anything that time, but we'll tie the game here.
Number 30, Naeem Waters, first free throw is good, 2:09. 2:09 left to go here before halftime, 27 all game, Winslow and Deptford. Waters, another free throw, is good. Winslow now with the 1-point lead, 28-27.
Feels like the first half is just blazing by. I mean, this is a decently high-scoring affair, but really, really good basketball on both sides.
Corner give. Valari was under the basket, and he tried to pass it down to go up with it. This one was stolen by Helton. Helton's rebound's no good. Emmanuel Harris' rebound couldn't get it. And that's Niamni. He tried to save it in, and up the floor to Sims, up the floor to Valari, and that 2-point basket is good. Deptford back in front, only 1:40 left to go here before halftime. In the second quarter, it is a 29-28 game. Moore, the gift to Helton. Helton, now Winslow being closely guarded by Deptford. Helton with a great move, and he'll take a 3. Falling down, one of the foul, tipped by Niamni. And he'll try to take it himself, being guarded by Sims. Sims in the corner to Harris. Harris guarded by Cockrell. And he tried to pass it to a ref. You know, they're both in white in stripes.
Well, just flashing back a little bit to that Deptford pass earlier from Cockrell under the basket that ended up being a turnover. That's the perfect example of just too flashy. I mean, Deptford's had a couple of those that you can get away with, but you can't get away with it every single time, and that time Winslow took advantage of it and still got a 1-point game.
Yeah, 1 point. Still a 1 point game here. You know, Deptford just looking to stop making mistakes, and that could have been one to really put him up. But a rebound by Deptford. Sims on the bounce pass in between defenders to Williams, and that 2-point layup is good. Under 50, just at 50 seconds here to play. Dribbling it up is Winslow's Nikir Helton. 45 seconds here now before halftime. Helton wants a screen by Harris, and he'll wave it off, being guarded by Valeri, and the screen will come back on as Harris. Helton trying to get around it. The give to Harris, and that layup is good. Number 10, Emmanuel Harris. And that gives Deptford now only a 1 point lead, 31-30. Up the court to number 2, Jordan Williams, and that layup is good. Excuse me.
Got a man down. Helton.
I didn't even see that down the court. That was number 1, Nikir Helton.
Helton was on the floor, and referee's trying to sort this all out. Yeah, Helton fell, it looks like, and then he just kind of went over to the sideline. But Winslow will now inbound with 20 seconds.
There's a lot of pieces moving for both basketball teams here. 33-28 game. Deptford is up by 5 now. They've taken a lead and not trying to look back. Just 10 seconds here to play before halftime. Jameer Keys closely guarded but with the ball by Valeri. He'll give it to Nyamni. Nyamni on the other side to Harris. 3, 4. Ball is stolen by Valeri. He has to look up. Probably didn't realize the clock, and that will be the end of the first half. What a second quarter surge by the Deptford Spartans. Luke Valeri, Antoine Sims on the defensive side. Kenny Cockrell, like you said, a beast on the basketball court. He's really been playing great defense, and now Deptford with a 3-point lead after our first 2 opening quarters, 33-30 over the Winslow Eagles.
In life, the road ahead is full of possibilities, but to navigate it safely, you need the right skills. Harper Driving School is the premier driving school serving Gloucester, Salem, and Camden counties. With experienced instructors, many of whom are teachers in local schools, we are dedicated to your success and will help you master the road with confidence. With an over 95% success rate of students passing their road test on their first try, you know your student will be in good hands while embarking on a huge step of their young adult lives, all while avoiding the lines at the DMV and getting insurance discounts.
We chose Harper, and so should you.
Book Dog Pro Wrestling for your next event or outing for the greatest action that New Jersey Pro Wrestling has to offer. Any place, any time, any setting, Dog Pro Wrestling will bring the action to you, and you won't want to miss it for moments like this. But don't just take it from me. Take it from Max Mundo, the Dog Pro Wrestling ambassador.
This is Max Mundo with Dog Pro Wrestling. Are you a civic organization, sporting club looking to fundraise? Then look no further to Dog Pro Wrestling. We do grand openings, corporate events, and much more.
And why not from some of the wrestling talent themselves?
I'm Vinny the Fixer, and I'm the champion of Dog Professional Wrestling. If you want to book the best, come see us. We're the cream of the crop. We'll come to any fundraiser you can think of. Just name the place and we'll show up.
This is the upstanding Dylan Mesh, and for the entirety of my professional wrestling career, dog wrestling has been a mainstay for where I like to wrestle. So you can believe me when I say that it is quality. And I'm upstanding. I'm the only opinion you need.
Yeah! It's your boy Gabriel Hodder here with my man Matthew Oman, and if you want your events to be all fight, no flight,
then book Dog Wrestling so you can witness true primal fear. Woo!
May is Mental Health Awareness Month, It is the responsibility of all of us to make sure that our friends, family, and anybody who we hold dear in our lives is feeling well. The problem with spotting mental health issues is that the symptoms aren't that obvious. Just because someone is okay or appears okay on the outside doesn't mean that they're okay on the inside. It's important that if they are in distress, that they call the right people and they get the help that they need. And it is very important that we treat each other with respect, regardless of who you are or where you come from. But it is just as important that we treat ourselves with respect, regardless of the situation going on in our lives. If you're in distress, you can call this number, 988, or you can visit any of these websites if you're not in distress, but would like to learn more information about mental health awareness and research.
It will be inbounded by Pat Monahan. Oh, the ball gets away. Who's going to have it? GCIT will hang on to the possession. It goes to Stanwood. Stanwood inside. They'll get the shot off. It's good! Unbelievable! Boston calls the timeout, but will they get it? Unbelievable! Unbelievable! A double contest shot from Hellman! Wow. Ryan James wanted the timeout, but did they get it in time?
BB and Copsetta trading a couple looks. They know what's going on. Full count. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Just like they drew it up in Hollywood. Caladros, the 3-2. Swing and a miss! And the Audubon Green Wave have upset the Kingsway Dragons in the Ralph Shaw Classic 26th annual. They are back on top for the first.
Launches one foul. See, Mostero's doing us a service here. Or excuse me, D'Alessandro. D'Alessandro is doing us a service here. He's letting us have this conversation by having a long at-bat. But a lot of people are still caught up in the D1 or bust mentality. Listen to this crowd. Listen to this crowd. We'll talk about that later. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Clapping it up here for the Roadrunners. 2-2. Here's a fly ball out towards center field. This one's going back, and this one is gone! 3-run homer, D'Alessandro! And it's a 1-run game at the crack of the bat, 5-4. 3-run shot to center field. Trailing towards the right center, and the cleanup man does exactly what the position orders, cleaning up. And he does it incredibly well with a 5-4 game. He battles for 11 pitches.
And this is going to bring up Andrew Petrick, who has a single in this game. And here's a fly ball popped up right field side. And it's fair. It's fair. They're going to throw to second for try to get this play. The force out. They got him, but the game is tied. How about it for Woodstown? They complete the comeback to make it 8-8. So now there is 1 out after Kubat let it fall in right, and because the bases were loaded, you know what? That's a very smart play.
Late switch for the visitors. Again inside their 5. Oh, they're going to pitch this one back for the flea flicker. Touchdown, West! Oh, my goodness! Taking inspiration from Nick Foles and Trey Burton. I think they just pulled off the Philly special. That is the greatest touchdown I have ever seen. Well, maybe not the greatest touchdown I've ever seen. Maybe that's stretching a little bit, but one of the greatest touchdowns we've seen in a long time. And it's a tie game.
Here in Penns Grove High School, here at the site of Penns Grove High School in Penns Grove, New Jersey. It was a really, really good first half by both teams. I believe, in my personal opinion, that Winslow owned the first quarter of play. They came out very, very hot, getting a lot of good buckets. But Deptford came out in the second quarter, and one thing I really want to highlight before we tip back in is situational basketball. You know, you're able to see Winslow. Winslow wants to be comfortable. They want to get into their half-court set, and they want to be able to set up plays and have guys moving on the motion on the baseline, coming up to the half circle, down in the low block. But you were really able to see Deptford in that second quarter really get out on the break, play hard defense, and as much as they were out on the break, playing hard defense, they were able to get not really into anything set, but able to just get points out of that. First basket of the second half was a missed three by Nike Houghton, rebounded by number 3 for Deptford. It's Kenny Cockrell. He gave it to Williams on the far side, and that wing three is no good, rebounded by Harris. Harris tells Houghton to come get the basketball. Houghton will give it up to White. It's number 4 for the Winslow Eagles, Marcus White. Give it on the near wing to number 12, Jameer Keys, being guarded by Cockrell. Keys will take it down the lane himself, and that ball will bounce in and good. Jameer Keys, another two-point hard basket for Winslow, and they are now only down 33-32. On the other end, number 12, Brian Oreo, give to number 3, Kenny Cockrell. Back to Oreo, being guarded by Caesar, and he'll give it to Cockrell on the near wing. Cockrell being guarded by Houghton. Gives Cockrell a bump, is Houghton, and that'll be a foul on number 1, Nike Houghton, and Deptford will inbound right at the hash.
Well, I'll tell you, Jameer Keys is easily the most impressive player we've seen on either side in this game. Only 53 career varsity points. He had 6 as a freshman, 30 as a sophomore. He picked up 17 points, though, versus Camden, so it obviously seems like his development has sprung over the summer and fall, and now he's easily the most impressive player on the floor here for Deptford and Winslow.
Absolutely. Working on that jump shot is Keys, but it's number 2, Jordan Williams, now down on the ground, but he's able to get it off to Valeri, who's being guarded by Harris. Open. And on the far side wing, that three-point basket is good. Number 12, Brian Oreo. What a pass by number 1, Luke Valeri. Realized he didn't have nothing in the short corner down on the block and was able to look opposite court and get it to Oreo for that three-point basket. 36-32, Deptford over Winslow. Karan Caesar guarded by Oreo. Layup is no good. Tip to Harris is no good. And Harris, they'll say he stepped out of bounds.
He definitely stepped out that time, but I'll tell you, Brian Oreo, really fantastic stuff from him. He's up to 9 points, all on threes. So he has been quite smooth in his shooting and has really been able to be the cream of the crop for Deptford.
Absolutely, and they're now doubling number 12, Brian Oreo, and that'll be a foul call on the double team. It's on number 1 for Winslow, Nike Houghton. And Deptford will get another inbound, and this time instead of Valeri inbounding, it's Cockrell. Down to receive the inbound, Oreo and Valeri. This time it'll actually go opposite, and Valeri give to Jankowski the pump fake, and the layup is good. 2 points for Jankowski. And now Deptford up to a 6-point lead. It's 38-32, and Winslow's starting to just look a little bit dazed here. Getting into the lane is Harris, had the stolen away by Oreo. Oreo up the court to Cockrell, and that is blocked. It'll be off. They'll say it's off Deptford. They'll say that's off Winslow. I'm sorry about that.
That looked like that hit off of his chest and it went out. That probably should be Winslow's ball.
And that seemed like they were arguing. The pass was up into the air and tipped up. It was tipped up by White up the court, dribbling his Keys, and they say number 12, Jameer Keys, had a double dribble. Can't pick it up and put it back down, and that'll be another turnover on the drive. You know, here in this second half, Dan, early in the third quarter, it hasn't been Winslow being able to get into anything half court and being able to set up. It's really just been them making mistakes on the dribble down.
Yeah, it's been interesting to see. And Winslow, again, they are not imperfect, or excuse me, they are not perfect, but their mistakes have definitely been amplified by Deptford's success of being able to capitalize on it. How about this?
And able to get it away is Oreo after. They were trying to take the ball from him at any means possible. Valeri's three is no good, and not able to stop the ball is Deptford, where the dribble drive was Caesar on the kick out to number 12, Jameer Keys, and he has another big shot for Winslow. Had multiple big shots here in the first half, and that was his big first shot of the second half. On the dribble drive, this time it's Valeri outside to Williams. That one is no good. And dribbling it down now is Helton. Helton being guarded by Jankowski. The runner bounces off the back of the rim. Rebound Tucker. Tucker bounces it right up. Rebound Helton. Helton tried to spin move and get it up, and that was no good. And they'll just say that it went off of Helton.
Yeah, that was a really fun possession. Yeah. Back and forth there with Keys, who now has 18 points off the bench. He surpassed what he scored versus Camden, and then kicked it out to Williams to get a 3 their way.
Taking a mid-range, that's a long 2 there, but number 4, Marcus White, is no good. Rebounded is Oreo, being guarded by Caesar, and behind him is Helton. Helton playing very, very snappy defense here for the Eagles. The layup is no good, but the rebound and put back up by number 2, Jordan Williams, for the Spartans is good. 40-35, Deptford over Winslow. 4:22 to play here in the third quarter. On the far side wing this time is Jameer Keys, screened by Tucker. Keys will take the 2-point basket just inside the paint, and now cut down to only a 3-point lead here for Deptford. We're going back and forth here in Kearney's Point. Inbound to Oreo, up the court to Cockrell. Give the entry pass to Williams. Almost lost it, being very, very highly guarded by Tucker, and that'll be a foul. They'll call it on 1-5 for Winslow. That is Namir Tucker for the Eagles, and Jordan Williams for Deptford will have 2 points to potentially go up by 5 here for the Spartans.
Yeah, Jordan Williams, again, just really fun to watch. Has had some great buckets in transition and almost had another one there, but ends up getting fouled on his way up. He leads Deptford scoring with 13.
Checking into the game for the Winslow Eagles, number 21, Vince Niami. And for the Deptford Spartans is number 5, Antoine Sims.
He's checking in for Jankowski, who earlier in the quarter got his first career varsity points on that basket as a freshman.
Both free throws by Williams is good. 42-37, Deptford over Winslow. Karan Caesar, another highly touted football standout for the Eagles, with the ball now in the corner, being guarded by trying to back down Oreo. They said that Deptford wanted a double dribble. They wanted to say that Caesar picked up his dribble right there, but the top of the key 3 by White is no good. Jumping forward is Cockrell. It's being tipped multiple ways, and it's Valeri on the other end. A beautiful bounce pass from Valeri to number 5, Antoine Sims, and another great layup. And now 7-point lead for Deptford. That might be their highest of this game so far. 44-37, the Spartans over the Eagles. Far quarter is Niami. Top of the wing is Jameer Keys, and that layup is up and no good. Just rolls around the rim. Rebound Sims. Up the pass from Valeri is to Cockrell. Trying to get it back into a better look, and a timeout Deptford.
Just got that one off in time, and well, I don't know about you, Dan, but I feel like there's a matter of time before one of these coaches gets a T, because this is pretty wild, and right now Deptford's up by 7 points. So let you take that one.
It's absolutely wild. I mean, 44 for Deptford, 37 for Winslow, and we'll be right back after these commercials and after this timeout.
Every client receives individualized attention.
These two teams weren't playing basketball, and you just looked at these guys on the basketball court and you saw the size difference. You'd probably think that Winslow would probably have the upper hand in this one. But that isn't the case. Deptford has been able to get out to a beautiful they had a beautiful second half of their second quarter right before halftime. They were able to go into halftime with a lead, up 33-30, and now they've had a beautiful start to their second half in the third quarter. After the timeout, it's Cockrell on the fake shot. He'll try to go in for a layup, and that layup is good. Number 3, Kenny Cockrell with another good bucket. It's now a 9-point lead for the Spartans over the Eagles, looking to do something. This time in the corner is number 30, Naeem Waters. Tried to give the bounce pass to Keys. Falls no good. Rebound, Tucker no good. Rebound, and that rebound after that, up the court to Valeri. He gave it to Williams. Blocked by Caesar. What a block that time. And it's rebounded by Winslow. And they'll try to get another good possession here. Keys with the ball top of the key, being guarded by Cockrell. Screen Tucker. Bounce pass to Tucker on the drive. And it's a beautiful shot there by number 15, Namir Tucker. 46-39 now. Brian Oreo is the point guard for Deptford. Has the ball just near the top of the key, right around the hash. Being guarded by Caesar, gave it up to Cockrell, who's being guarded by Waters. Cockrell, beautiful behind the back, tried to jump it through, and they'll say Cockrell travel. Just a minute 50 left here to go in the third quarter. Deptford 46, Winslow 39.
Well, it's interesting, Dame. You know, we're seeing right now that Deptford is able to succeed without Aiden Copestick. That was a question in the offseason. One of the most prolific shooters in South Jersey. Was he going to be able to live up? What is this team going to be able to live up to the moment right now versus a very good Winslow team? I'm liking how this team is rolling so far.
Checking into the game for the Winslow Eagles, number 10, Emmanuel Harris. And into the game for the Deptford Spartans is number 13, Bryce Tull. Tull now guarding Keys. And
Look
Keys
out.
gave a steal to number 5, Antoine Sims. And a layup is good by Sims. Deptford with just absolute, just amazing and just perfect defensive momentum here. And they're not trying to let it fizzle out. Keys had the primary ball handler here for Winslow once again on this drive. Gave it up to Waters. Waters gave it up to Harris. Harris tried to get a bank shot, no good, and it'll go off of Winslow. Deptford ball. Checking into the game for the Eagles, that's number 2, Jakiah Moore. Inbound to Oreo, being closely guarded by number 3, the Karan Caesar. They've been giving Oreo the business all night, but he's been handling it very well. Deptford with a 9-point lead. Into the paint is, for the runner, was no good by Oreo. Oh, that's a foul call. They'll say Emmanuel Harris had the push. Runner had multiple opportunities that time by Oreo to go. Just a little bit, just very, very good shot altering. You know, they've had a couple of blocks here for Winslow, but just very good shot altering by the bigs for Winslow. Number 10, Emmanuel Harris. Number 15, Namir Tucker. Inbound to Tull. Tull tried to give it to Williams. That's stolen away. Harris up the court to Moore. Moore's layup is good. Just under 50 seconds to play. Now a 48-41 game here in Kearney's Point. Inbound to Oreo. And once again being guarded the full 94 feet is Karan Caesar. Caesar playing beautiful defense. In the corner is Valari. Valari out of bounds, and they'll say it went off Valari's foot. Winslow Township ball. 33 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Only a 7-point game. Deptford out in front. Checking out of the game is number 2, Jordan Williams. And checking into the game for the Spartans, try to see if I got that on the roster. It's Moore being guarded by Sims.
Travel.
They called it travel. Sims gave it up to Moore, gave it up to Harris, and Harris was called for the travel. So Kenny Cockrell will inbound. Give it to Valari. Valari gave it back to Cockrell. Cockrell top of the key, being guarded by Moore. He gave it up to Oreo. Oreo being guarded by Caesar. Ball on the ground. Cockrell tried to save it, tried to throw it back in, and I'm pretty sure he was able to save that. And that'll be the end of the third quarter with the score, Deptford 48, Winslow 41.
Winslow 41.
It's still a very, very close game by both of these teams. I mean, Deptford kind of slowed down in the third quarter with that scoring, with their scoring, trying to get more points on the board. Just under 50 points, but Winslow able to pick it up in that third quarter.
For more than 40 years, the DeMarco family has proudly
"24 minutes of basketball here so far here in Carneys Point, New Jersey. And we have 8 minutes left. It's a 7-point game. Deptford is up 48-41. The Deptford Spartans over the Winslow Eagles. And Winslow already would have lost to the Camden Panthers at home down there in Atco. That was a near 30-point loss that time for Winslow just a couple of days ago. Really wanted to rebound with this win, so don't be surprised to see these Eagles playing hard with these last 8 minutes down the stretch. Cockrell on the inbound to Oreo, and he's being guarded. Guess who? It's number 3, Karan Caesar of the Eagles. Cockrell able to get a blast to the lane on a block, a beautiful SWAT down block by number 10, Emmanuel Harris. That one is stolen away, though, by Helton. Had the rebound by Sims. Sims stole it away. Cockrell on the other side now. And quickly, Deptford already has their second possession of the fourth quarter.
3-second violation? Or
I'm not sure what the call was. Oh, they'll call a hold. They'll call a hold.
Helton, Winslow.
Helton, so number 1, Nakir Helton. They called him with a defensive hold. Deptford will inbound under the rim, but that's Helton's number 4.
Yeah, that's his 4th foul. That's going to be difficult for Winslow if he gets fouled out of the game for them to come back in this one.
Absolutely. Other side of that's a wing 3, Oreo no good. Rebounded by Keys. And Keys will give it up to Helton. 7:30, only 30 seconds so far here. Marcus White gave it up to Emmanuel Harris, and he went for the reverse layup. It failed, no good. Falling out of bounds, White tried to save it. Unsuccessful. And I thought Sims was going to inbound that, but he turns out he won't. It'll be the main inbounder tonight for the Deptford Spartans. Number 3, Kenny Cockrell, gives it to Valeri. Now Valeri being guarded by probably the best defender, even though he has 4 fouls, Nikir Helton.
And that's why Helton has to be careful. You know, he has to defend, but he also can't defend all that hard and risk running a single foul. There's no margin. His foot was on top of the ball.
Picked it away. The pass picked it away. It was picked up by number 12, Jameer Keys. And Keys was already dribbling down the court looking for an easy open court layup. But they'll say that because Kenny Cockrell, they say that because Brian Oreo had it on up and then went to the ground and tried to come back to his feet with it, they'll say that's a travel. And it wasn't, he still had possession of it, like maybe a football call or something like that, but because it was still touching him and he tried to get back up, it was a travel call.
Yeah, you could hear Art Ellis. Art Ellis was not happy with that call, and you could hear almost both sides of the gym upset there. That's just how it was, and I saw Cockrell's foot was on top of the ball.
Yeah.
So, again, we have an up-top view. It's a little bit different than what the refs see on the floor. They might have had a blocked view. Deptford calls a timeout.
30-second timeout for the Spartans. That was a controversial call. That was a very controversial call, as we'll stay on the air for the travel call on Jameer Keys of Winslow. They said that I'm guessing that the best I could do to explain that is that they were both on the ground fighting for the ball, and when Keys got possession of the ball to start dribbling it out to go get that easy layup, he went from a knee back to both feet. So that in high school basketball is a travel call. Cannot do that. So what do you think the finish is going to be here for Dan?
Well, I think Winslow is going to continue to push Deptford aggressively. I think the only one that isn't is going to be Helton because he's sitting on 4 fouls.
Yeah.
But just in this case, Deptford knows the situation. They know Winslow is a very good team. Both of these teams have very strong non-conference schedules, and this is going to be a great early season test. You know, I was going to talk about future schedules. Winslow is at home for a 2-game set. Seneca on Thursday, and then Ocean City on Saturday the 27th. They only play 3 games in the month of December, or 4 games counting this one today. Deptford, they've got Williamstown on Tuesday, and I was told Williamstown still has to have their transfers sit for X number of days. Timber Creek, West Tech, Cumberland, Willingboro, and Eastern, some great non-conference competition for the Deptford Spartans.
Yes, absolutely. And Winslow also has a transfer sitting tonight. I'm not sure. I didn't really get to see his name on the roster. I thought he would. He's wearing a jersey, but he's not wearing the jersey that he would be wearing. But he transferred all the way from Wequahic High School. So
which high school?
Wequahic.
Oh, Wequahic. Yeah, that's up in Newark.
Yeah, transferred from Wequahic all the way coming down to play for Winslow, and had a really good season there for the Indians. If I get his name before the end of this broadcast, I'll be sure to mention it. But he will also has to sit as a senior. As that ball stolen away by Helton. Helton taking it up, and a beautiful layup. Everybody at the gym kind of standing up, thought he was going to dunk that one. I thought he was too. The North Carolina commit, Nikir Helton, for football, are here on the basketball court doing it for Winslow. Inbound for Deptford. It's Villari with the ball. Only a 5-point deficit now for the Winslow Eagles, 48-43. Just under 6 minutes left to go here in regulation. Being guarded by Keys is Villari. No more room to dribble. Had to kick it out to Oreo. Oreo, top of the Keys, Williams. Williams looked at the 3, didn't want to take it. Up to Sims. Sims on the bounce pass on the baseline to Cockrell. Cockrell lost it and picked up by Helton. Helton lost it. Helton lost that one, and they'll call it a jump ball. Helton was on the ground after diving for the ball he lost, calling timeout.
Art Ellis was calling timeout. He wasn't granted it. Wow. That's one of the biggest things that gets controversial is that in a loud gym like this, sometimes the refs don't hear you when you call timeout in that situation, and you know, it's only if they hear you can it be granted. Or if they see you,
that's the only way.
There's no magic button that you press.
Absolutely. This time Marcus White at the top of the key gives it on the right side wing to Keys. Keys slipped and lost the ball. Picked up by Cockrell. Cockrell bounced pass to Villari on the left. Villari, a beautiful pass, splitting the defense to Williams, and Williams 2-point bucket is good. The lead is back up to 7 for the Spartans. 50-43, just over 5 minutes left to play here in the fourth. Bounce pass Marcus White to Harris, and that layup is no good. Harris tried to dunk it, but the dunk went in and out. Here the give to Williams, and Williams, they wanted to say he traveled, he didn't. But the rebound is Cockrell. Cockrell back to Williams. His layup is good. It's no good, but he's fouled. What a defensive beast number 3 Kenny Cockrell is for the Deptford Spartans. Multiple steals, multiple defensive situations here for Deptford, and putting the Spartans in prime position to have more of a lead, but also putting the Spartans in position to probably come away with this one. A 7-point lead, just under 5 minutes to play, and 2 free throws here for Williams, who has been pretty good at the free throw line so far tonight. And that one takes a little bit of a Kawhi bounce, and it'll fall off. The first free throw's no good. Second free throw from Williams is no good. Just off the mark, rebounded by number 12 of Winslow, Jameer Keys. Keys on the outlet pass to White. White gave it back to Keys, and Keys will give it back to White. White in the far side corner. He'll look at the top of the key to Caesar. Caesar tried to give it to Tucker. Sims batted it, but the handoff will go to White. White back into the lane, off the side of the backboard, and rebounded by Cockrell. He's been a defensive play tonight. The Euro step layup is good. Kenny Cockrell for the Deptford Spartans with a 2-point basket, doing on the offensive side this time, and trying to get it back in down low was White, but a foul was called. It'll be on number 2 for the Deptford Spartans, Jordan Williams.
It's a lot of interesting things going on here. Deptford is pouring it on when it comes to this offensive efficiency. They are wearing out Winslow, kind of playing them out at their own game, because if you think about it, Winslow is in the Olympic Conference, and if you know anything about South Jersey hoops, you know how Olympic Conference basketball works, and that was a situation where
absolutely,
this is so interesting to watch. Winslow kind of get beat at their own game here.
That 2-point rising and hitting that time as number 12, Jameer Keys. It's getting very, very handy. If you look at this guard matchup between Deptford's Brian Oreo and Winslow's Karan Caesar, it's getting very handy. You know, Caesar, the main person guarding Oreo. It started off with Nikir Helton.
So incredibly physical. It's great, and you know we're seeing that physicality that you would normally see in the Olympic Conference now tied into this neutral site here at Carney's Point.
Yes, 100%. Winslow playing very, very physical basketball, and Deptford really just really looking to just turn the storm away and just ride this one out into a W. 3:45 left to play. Deptford 52, Winslow 45. Kenny Cockrell with a beautiful losing it. That was Yankowski on the rebound, tried to put it back in, but he lost it. Shot was no good, and now the other way is Keys fading away, and that one was rebounded by Yankowski, and Yankowski tried to push it up, but it was just pitched away by Tucker.
That hit Tucker's head. That hit the side of his head and rolled out of bounds.
Winslow looking for a lot of opportunities to get back into this game, and you know, mind you, they're only down 7 points with 3:20 left to play, and that's why this defense is so hard. Weathering the storm though is Deptford, even though that one is called off number 12 for the Spartans, Brian Oreo. And that'll be good defense credited to number 3 for Winslow's Karan Caesar. Tucker on the inbound to White. And just like the Winslow's been trying to set up all night, they're looking for a play to dribble give to Helton. Screen by Tucker. Helton's 2-point basket is no good. And this will probably be an over-the-back call. Yes, it will, on number 15 for the Eagles, Namir Tucker. Winslow doing all they can to try to get back into this game, but you really got to think the shots have got to be a little bit smarter than they are. Yankowski checking out of the game and checking back into the game, who's been doing a pretty great job today for the Spartans, is number 2, Jordan Williams. That pass just over the head of Oreo, this time out to Keys.
Deptford wanted a backcourt violation there.
Keys will take the 2-point basket, but it's no good. And up, they'll call a travel call on number 15, Namir Tucker. He got the rebound and tried to go back up with it, but they'll say he traveled.
That's interesting.
There's a timeout. A timeout has been called on the court.
Winslow.
I believe this one will be charged to Winslow. It's 52 Deptford, Winslow 45, 2:53 left to go here in the fourth quarter. We'll be right back. Back here at the Rudy Barg Gym, it's a 7-point lead for Deptford over Winslow. And Winslow, obviously, like I said before, coming out of out of the last quarter, Winslow winning the size battle, but Deptford just playing very, very smart basketball. It's Villari being guarded very closely by Helton, and Winslow wanted a backcourt that time on Villari.
That was super close. Very,
very close. Now this time it's Cockrell being guarded by Tucker. Sims will try to come up and give a screen, and that'll give the switch. They'll give the guard-to-guard switch. It's White being guarded by Cockrell. Cockrell on the hop-step layup is no good. Rebound, Williams. That layup is no good. Tucker tipped it to himself and able to get the rebound. Up the court this time is White. White, this in the corner. 3-point shot in the corner by Tucker. Keys is no good. That time, Tucker pulled down on the ground, and then a foul will be called. A rebound by Tucker, but it's falling down. And it looks like Winslow will finally get the foul call they were looking for. They called it on Deptford's number 12, Brian Oria.
Yeah, and this will be under the baseline for Helton, who, again, he is sitting on 4 fouls. He's having to be careful in this fourth quarter. Haven't heard too much from him except for 1 basket in this quarter, 7 points for him, the North Carolina commit for football.
Yes, absolutely. He's having to be quiet, like you said, because of those 4 fouls. Not really able to get much done. On inbound to White. White gave it to Keys, and Keys will give it back to Helton. Helton on the near
Clock
side.
just went out.
The clock went out, and the clock is back on now. 2 minutes left to go. And this one, a 3-point basket from Tucker, is no good. They'll call number 1, Nikir Helton, on the push, and that will be his 5th.
Yeah, that should be.
Yes,
he'll be out.
Nikir Helton, that'll be the day for the 3-star North Carolina commit, Nikir Helton. And checking into the game for him after his 5th foul is number 2, Jakaya Moore.
I don't know if you saw that. Moore just walked out on the court, and the referee gave him a stern, like, hey, you got to go to the scorer's table.
You got to go.
Now the referee's going back over to the scorer's table. Referee was not sure what was discussed, but
Winslow.
Well, we had a situation when we were here back in February where that electronic clock went out at the end of the half. And okay, so they're now going to say that the Eagles are over the limit. This is going to be a Deptford bonus. But again, what we were saying, there was a game between Pittman and Pensgrove this past February where that electronic clock went out, and the screen went black, and it was the last 15 seconds of the second quarter. Now Art Ellis is trying to figure out what in the world's going on.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out because everybody's wondering how they're over the limit.
They had 3 fouls, right?
No, they did. They're definitely over the limit. That was then like Luke Villari shooting these free throws for the Spartans is definitely
okay,
the refs have it correct.
It's the right call.
Yeah,
okay.
It's the right call. But Winslow's is a little bit rowdy today.
Well, I mean, as they should be. They've played a good game, and
absolutely.
If this is a loss, then it's going to be a tough one. They did pretty well last year under Art Ellis, 18-11. They had some good playoff runs. They made it all the way to the semifinals of South Jersey Group 3. And again, when you're early in the year, you don't want to start 0-2. That's not a good precedent to set.
Jakaya Moore, top of the key, gives it to the corner. It's White. Rebound is Tucker. Tucker tried to put it back up, and that putback was no good. And they will call another foul on the Winslow Eagles. So this will go to the line. They'll call, I believe it may have been, I'm not sure who it was on, but Yankowski will be shooting these free throws.
It was
on
on
the bonus.
15.
Oh, so that would be Namir Tucker. They'll call it on Tucker. That may have been another over-the-back call on that rebound for Tucker before he tried to put it back up. He's been dealing with a lot of those from these referees all day today in this game.
And that's Tucker's 4th foul as well, so that's going to be a difficult pill to swallow for the Eagles. Is those missed shots could have done Winslow in there. I mean, Deptford, again, they were down 14-4. My mental cycle was thinking that this was going to be one of those games where, you're waiting for it to be over, but Deptford just completely turned the tables with a 3-point lead at half after being down a lot in the first quarter, was up a lot at the end of the third, and now looks like, barring any crazy changes, they'll be up here at the end of the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's really just I really want to say, like, it's been a good amount of mistakes. I'm not going to sit here and say it's been a lot, but it's been a good amount of mistakes for Winslow. Just trying to they've been trying to play their game, but they've been trying to play it from the outside. A lot of these dishes, Yankowski's has got a good amount of minutes, but not as many minutes that you want to see when you have 2 bigs like Emmanuel Harris and Namir Tucker, and for the Winslow Eagles and Art Ellis. You really wanted to take advantage of those and those 2-point baskets by Jakaya Moore. 55 for Deptford, Winslow for 47. But you really wanted to see Winslow play more of that inside basketball, especially them winning the side advantage.
And look at Deptford running all over the court here. Winslow trying to take away everything they can.
This one patted out of bounds. It was stolen
touched it.
It was stolen by Jakaya Moore, and Cockrell took it from Moore, but Cockrell hit it out of bounds. And that will be a timeout, Winslow. It'll be a full timeout, a full 60-second timeout. 1:07 to go here in the fourth quarter. 55 for Deptford, 47 for 47 for Winslow.
Individuals and families.
Just a minute 7 left here to play between the Winslow Eagles and the Deptford Spartans. Deptford holding on to an 8-point lead, looking to leave Kearney's Point here with a victory. That pass was hit out of bounds that time. They'll say it was out on Deptford, so Winslow will keep the possession. Jakaya Moore on the inbound to number 4 of Winslow. That's Marcus White. White give it to Keys, and Keys will just pull it. A deep 3. It's no good, but rebounded by Tucker, and Sims on the ground, but they say he'll slide out of bounds.
Yeah, I think either his foot or somewhere around his left leg was out. Definitely was the right call.
They say he'll slide out of bounds. 54.4 to go, and like I said, here's still an 8-point lead for the Spartans. Keys will step and take a 3. Another one, no good. Board by Yankowski, ripping it and running with it now. Here's Oreo, give it up to Villari.
Now they're going to try to take as much time off as they can.
Yes, they will. And Yankowski, up one, and that's an and one. What a beautiful look down low. And Yankowski with a beautiful layup, going up strong. And that'll be a 10-point lead for the Spartans, and he'll have an extra free throw.
Man, I'll tell you, I mean, Mike Yankowski, first varsity game. He's a freshman, starting for the first time under a veteran head coach in Mike Villari. You have to have a very high level of respect by that coach to be a starter in your first game, and he's been doing a fantastic job now in making this 3-point play, gives him 5 points in his first varsity start. Excellent stuff.
Absolutely excellent stuff, Dan. Mike Yankowski, I mean, really just a great freshman big. And now it'll be really great to see what he has left in store here this season, and what he has left in store here for his career as a Deptford Spartan altogether. Only looking to grow, obviously physically, but also as a basketball player. Winslow had a good amount of people check into the game.
Look out.
As this ball
he got thrown to the ground.
Wow. They'll call it a jump ball. Into the game for Winslow, it's number 22. That's Ryan Stevenson. Also into the game for Winslow is number 24, Chandler Higgins. Also, number 1 into the game for Winslow is number 13, Ralph Morrell. Out of the game for Deptford is number 20, Mike Yankowski. 20 seconds to go here in the game. Villari gives it to Oreo, being guarded by Morrell. Oreo will just pass it out.
I don't think they're going to shoot it.
Yeah, they're not going to shoot it. Dan, I mean, this was just a beautiful second half. This was a beautiful second half by the Deptford Spartans. And that'll be triple zeros on this one. Final score, Deptford 58, Winslow 47. And absolutely a great game by Brian Oreo, able to weather the storm. But just a great game by Mike Yankowski coming down the stretch clutch, but had not a good baskets. But if I had to give you my player of the game, and I know I'm saying it early, number 3, Kenny Cockrell. He had an amazing defensive possessions. Just multiple steals, very active. Just bad attitude by Cockrell on the defensive side for Deptford, and a lot of people. We'll see who they give their player of the game to.
I'll tell you mine after they announce the trophy, but we'll see.
I'm going to stick with number 3, Kenny Cockrell.
No, I don't blame. That's a nice way of thinking. Let's listen in.
Player of the game, the Deptford Spartans, number 5, Antoine Simmons.
Wow.
Damn.
Interesting pick.
That is a very interesting pick. But what a game by Sims. I mean, he was very active on the last stretch on the defensive side, and he really had to step up playing the 4-man right behind Yankowski at the 5, dealing with players like number 15 Namir Tucker for Winslow, dealing with players like number 10 Emmanuel Harris. So I really respect that pick, and I'm happy he won that award. It was a great day for Deptford, and a great 11-point win.
I would personally give it to Jordan Williams. I mean, he was the leading scorer with 16, but I also think that he got a lot of very difficult shots to fall. And yes, Kenny Cockrell, if I'm only restricted to one player of the game here. I would give it to Williams and Cockrell because Cockrell was the one that set up Williams so many times. But I think that Williams being the leading scorer, I mean, there's a reason why Deptford won this game. They might not have won it without Jordan Williams, but I think that this is a statement win. This is a win that shows that, yes, Deptford can compete without the elite scorer in Aiden Copestick. They were able to find a way to work without him while still really holding the same values that he had on offense. It almost felt like he was still in the room watching that game or playing in that game because those players really – they played almost the same as I saw them last year and just with one less player on the floor. But really liked Mike Yankowski's performance tonight. And I think that as well, this is going to be a very fun Liberty division in the Tri-County. Timber Creek, Triton, Delsea, Deptford. We saw how Cumberland played versus West Deptford. Cumberland might be a difficult bout just because of how good the division is. So it'll be fun to see if Deptford can work their way into another good one. But Dame, I'll take over from here. First of all, for those listening at home, I just want to give a shout-out to Damien. He has been with us for about a year now, just under a year. This is his first time doing play-by-play. He is a West Deptford grad of 2023, does a lot of fantastic work, and was glad to give him the reins for the first time tonight. But
thank you so much, Dan, for giving me the reins. It was beautiful to be with everyone tonight. On this day, excuse me. That was a great game.
Yeah, I can't tell whether it's day or night because there's no windows. I can't see nothing out there. I gotta yearn to go outside in this 27-degree weather. But I'll tell you this: we've got one more game coming up today: Pennsgrove and Woodbury. Girls basketball at 2:30. If you want to watch that third game, you have to click off this live stream and go to the live tab, find Pennsgrove and Woodbury. There are 2 more games after this. There's Woodstown and Woodbury boys and Lindenwold and Pennsgrove boys in the nightcap. However, I have a prior commitment. I will not be staying around for games 4 and 5. But if you'd like, make a trip down to Kearney's Point, stop at Italian Kitchen, and make your way to watching some Salem County basketball here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. But from our entire crew, our social media coordinator, Haley Mejia, our graphics crew, Caleb Lane, Carson Rosso, and Fisher Gianotti, my producer, Javier Harris, my play-by-play commentator, Damian Waiters. I'm Dan Wilkins. We will see you in just about 30 minutes.